Hey everybody, welcome back into Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here, spending a little time with State Trooper. And of course, the State Trooper I'm talking about is Ross Brennan of Louisiana State Trooper, the PIO, Public Information Officer. So thanks so much for being with us. We're here. A new link on the website that you guys are talking about, trying to get a little more community interaction with people. It's called Compliment or Complaint.
Yeah.
Is that right? Or is compliments or complaints, which we were joking beforehand. I was like, I wonder which one you're going to get more of. But it is a great way for the community to be in touch with what you guys are doing.
So what we're trying to do is with LSP is always try to innovate and come up with different ways. And like you said, have it easier for the public to be able to reach out to us and maybe provide information on something that we need to be aware of. So it also helps increase transparency. So now on our LSP website, so if you go to lsp.org, on the top-hand bar, they have a link called Compliments and Complaints. And the idea is that you can even file anonymously, but let's say you come across a situation and you maybe think that we, as a department, need to know about it. You can go to that website, pull it up. You can either print out a form or you can do it via the internet. But it's also, in addition to complaints, it's also compliments. So if you have an interaction with a trooper and you want to give that person an attaboy or something along that line, you can do it through that link as well.
Right. And look, I'm just joking around, but when you're talking about law enforcement, it's really nothing to joke around with, particularly when life and death situations and somebody helps you out. It's always great to acknowledge somebody for doing those kind of things as well. So it's Louisiana State Police, LSP.org. And when you go to it, there's obviously your mission statement. There's a lot of different things. Here's a look at it right there. Obviously, you have your mission statement from the Colonel Lamar Davis. You also have any kind of road closures, those kind of things. But when you look at the top, you can go to a bunch of different things. Yeah. Suspicious activities, sex offenders registry, all the way to how to get a job with you guys, but all the way on the right in the yellow there is compliments and complaints. Yep. So it's real easy to get to, and like I said, I think that'd be a great way for people to do different things. So who's gonna be monitoring, and how will you guys react when you do?
So whenever somebody sends in a submission, it goes directly to our internal affairs department. They're kind of the group within state police that handles internal investigations, things such as that. So those complaints will go to them, and they'll look into whatever it might be. And also, if it's a compliment, then they'll send it off to that trooper's supervisor. That way it goes into their file. Compliments, it goes a long way with help motivating somebody. So sure. Again, so in addition to complaints, we want to know about those complaints too, but we also want people to have the opportunity to send compliments and kind of things that the trooper did well.
Yeah, I think somebody recently said, sunshine is the best way to, and transparency is the best way you can do things. So once you click on that link up on the top right corner, it'll take you to this side. Yep. And again, you can give compliments, you can give a thumbs up, you can write a complaint, or obviously you can file anonymously. You can do a bunch of different things, but it's real easy. It's user friendly, and really helps to do a lot of those kind of things. So,
and it's also multilingual. We have an option, of course, English, but we have Spanish and also Vietnamese. That's kind of the three main languages that we speak in Louisiana. So we have an option for everybody. Yeah. So we have an option for everybody to be able to find the information that they're looking for.
Okay. So the goal. What's the goal to when you're doing something like this? Obviously, you guys have had a few things. Not you guys, but the LSP in particular have had their share of things that didn't go right in the last year. But this is a good way to kind of bring transparency and to get everybody involved.
And additionally, accountability. So every day, men and women of the state police and also the Department of Public Safety and Corrections, we have to serve with professionalism and courtesy and compassion. And so by having this option for the public, it allows us to, again, keep in check those that maybe are going against what's expected of us as public servants.
And that's what I was about to say, too. Because, look, 98% of the things, the run-ins I've had with police officers have been courteous and professional and those kind of things. So you guys don't want the bad press to kind of taint the entire force, I would imagine. So yeah, it's a good way, and it's obviously y'all not just going to run around and do any kind of thing like, hey, they didn't wave at me when I drove by, but you're going to do anything serious that people may bring up.
Yeah, and if you actually pull it back, the lsp.org homepage, Just going over that. Again, there's some good information on there. So, you know, people ask about not so much crash reports, but press releases, things such as that. If you click on the public affairs tabs, they have a link there so you can look at press releases across the whole state. Also, if you need to get in touch with whether a public information officer in a different troop area as well. But you were talking about the sex offender registry. So if you're wanting to know if there's possible sex offenders in your neighborhood or community, you can follow that link. You can find out about, you know, who's living around you, things such as that. And also, it has some good history about state police and other resources that we have. Report suspicious activity. Let's say, you know, there's something going on and you feel like somebody needs to know about it. If you see something, say something, right?
Right.
So whether it's, you know, criminal or maybe somebody is, you know, threatening to harm others or whatever it might be, right? If it just doesn't seem right, that's a good link that you can go to, get in touch with our investigators and such and report that info.
Right, and you guys, you know, won't be doing, I guess, all the domestic stuff, but you know who to get in touch with to alert the proper authorities.
Exactly, yeah. We have a good relationship with our local law enforcement, whether it's the sheriff's office, PD, and even federal. So again, if you come across anything and you feel like you need to reach out, that's a good resource there.
Yeah, great way. And like I say, how to become a trooper. So, you know, future down the road, it's a great career. You guys do really well, and a great way for everybody to be involved. So I think there's just no downside to more interaction between our police officers and, of course, the public. So, man, great resource, and we appreciate you bringing that by.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much, Ross. We'll be right back with more Bayou Timer right after this.